Hi, this is Ricky-san. I am a Pi consultant. In this video, I'm going to share with you my experience of restarting the Pi analysis service. So by default, after you restart the analysis service, it will do the recalculation or backfilling for all the analysis. Depends on how many analysis you have. Maybe 100,000 or more or less, right? But the more you have, the longer of the backfilling going to takes. But you don't want to turn it off, because if you turn it off, you have open event frame or duplicated event frame, which doesn't close in your AF, and then it could cause performance issue. So you want to turn the backfilling on and then stick with the default. After I restart the analysis service, I would tend to look at my performance counter. Which performance counter am I going to look at, right? I would look at the Q of the backfilling, which if I have 300,000 analysis, then I will expect 300,000 it to be my Q after it's restart. Also, I would look at the AF value written counters and see if how many value get written to the tags, and also the event frame written is also important. It should have a stable increase, right, as the real-time data coming in and pick up all these analysis. So this is the free counter I like to look at right after restart though. I tend to look at the Q more to backfill, because that's my main concern. I want the backfill to finish as soon as possible. I want to minimize the time of backfilling also, because you cannot do manual backfilling if your backfill is still going on after restart. That trend should go down, and if it's more steep, the shorter, and if you go flat like that, it takes longer, right? And sometimes it could go stuck. When it gets stuck, what does that do, right? Like it's going to be flat for the Q. When it gets stuck, what do we do? I would tend to look at the logs files. That's the log location of the analysis. I would need to look at the recalculation processor logs with the Q. If there's many big number in the Q, but my logs for the recalculation processor has nothing, we got a problem. If that's the case, right, that's the condition that I see, I would tend to just kill the Pi recalculation processor from Task Manager. It will continue the recalculation again. Once I kill that, it will get respin. That process will get spin up again almost immediately, and then you will see CPU spike and memory spike, and then it means it is doing its thing. And then correspondingly, I look at the queue and it's coming down. That means I did my job, I kill it, and then the reprocessing continue. That's kind of like, sometimes I need to kill it multiple times. It means it gets stuck multiple times. Sometimes you have to do that, but you know, that's my take. I don't think killing this recalculation processor have consequences. I think it's okay to kill it when your recalculation gets stuck after the restart. I would do that and then multiple times until it gets to 0. To improve the speed of the recalculation, so far from what I know is we have to change these max concurrent recalculation request parameters. By default is 1, right, which means using one CPU, I think, and one thread. You can change that, but this is corresponding to your CPU and memory. So it depends on how much CPU and memory you have. You can have higher number there. In the past, you don't want to go from the top, like let's say the maximum number is 100, then You don't want to maximum concurrent 100 because it will spike your CPU to top and then your computer becomes slow. What's my approach is I need to go maybe by 5, by 10. We kind of test out what number is best for my computer to reprocess so that it can hit to like 80 to 90% without like going to the top, but also utilize my computer resources. We have requests to IT getting more memory and CPU, and then we increase that parameters until we tune it. And then I think the best backfilling time we have is like around 5 hours because we have like 200,000 calculation running, so it costs us like 5 hours to backfill. That's the best time, but sometimes it just flat and then we have to kill the calculation process. And when things go flat, and I mentioned one way is to kill the recalculation processor. In the past, I made the mistake of restarting the analysis service. My recommendation to you is don't restart it multiple times, because let's say I have 200,000 analysis, right? And then after restart, you try to go down from here, backfilling this amount. But if I restart the analysis service again, I will see the queue to jump to 400,000. And then if I restart again, I will go to 600,000. And then it will take, like from my perspective, why does it stack? It takes like 3 days to recalculate 200,000. Then it will take, I don't know, double and triple time to recalculating, right? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to restart it multiple times when there is problem. You want to just stay calm and kill the recalculation processor. And I think the thing about restarting again, I think is just because like we see nothing working, and then we wanted to see what's going on, and then getting these stacking events going on, right? And there's if you delete XML files from the similar path that I mentioned, you would be able to go back to where it was without stacking. That's kind of the experience I want to share. It's a thing that has a lot of value, but you have to know what you're doing to get it working properly. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I'll see you next week. Bye.